What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to take a quick look over to the Steelers quarterback situation, where this past season they had Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, and nobody really knew what these two were going to be when it came to who started and who got benched. At one side, you have a seasoned vet and possible Hall of Famer, Russell Wilson, who has 12 years in the league. And then you have a really hard prospect who has a crazy ceiling and a crazy floor at Justin Fields. One guy is super proven but declining, and the other is not proven but was put in a horrible system and has the potential to rise to heights that almost no quarterback could. They ended up starting Justin Fields, and then they went to Russell Wilson when he recovered from his injury. But today, we're going to see what would happen if these two both started a full season. Now, they have a 5 overall difference, but when you look at the experience, Russell Wilson is at the point where he's going to start declining heavily in this point in time in his career. Meanwhile, Justin Fields is so young that a few good games could get him a bunch of overall increases and maybe a depth trait increase. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the season of Russell Wilson first because he's the higher overall player, and see if Justin Fields can match him. Sadly for Justin Fields this first season, to ensure that he doesn't take over, we are essentially just going to break his arms and make sure he can't throw that football. All right, so here's the offense that we have to work with for our players, and honestly, it's not great. I mean, receivers are insanely mid. Offensive line is pretty mid, but has some upside. Tight ends are decent. Good running back duo, I guess. When you go ahead and look at the defense here, it's it's honestly pretty nasty, to be honest. Up here, you got T.J. Watt, disgusting. Cam Hayward, disgusting. Pretty really solid linebackers. Some okay corners, and then, I mean, outside linebacker and free safety are disgusting, and that's to be paired up with Chris Boswell. So, honestly, these guys have a high upside, and let's just see if they can break the streak of the Steelers being horrible in the playoffs. Wow, so they do, in fact, break a Mike Tomlin streak, but it's not the one I was thinking about. It is the Mike Tomlin streak of going over 500 for his entire career, as they go 7-10. This is really unexpected because Russell Wilson was supposed to be actually pretty good. While their offense actually sucked, and it might have been Russell Wilson's fault, and our defense was top 5, so not going over 500 here is crazy. Yeah, and here's going to be your issue. This is what happens when you get very old. Russell Wilson, what is his overall looking at? A 77, and he's 35 years old, so he did decrease. It was a 78, truly, but he did decrease. Yeah, but less than 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 14 interceptions is really not good. 65% completion is not what you look for, but this ratio is just unacceptable. Rushing-wise, Najee actually had a really good season. He had 13 touchdowns, 1,100 yards, and Jalen Warren came in with an extra 10, so that's honestly not a bad rushing year. Well, here might be the issue. The receiving game was horrible. George Pickens led the team 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. That drops all the way down to 614 and 3 with Pat Freiermuth, 601 and 3 with Mike Williams, and 518 and 6 for Van Jefferson. Blocking wise, 8 sacks from Dan Moore, 5 Zach Frazier, 4 Troy Fontanu, 3 Isaac Seumalo, and 1 James Daniels. So this isn't horrible. There are definitely guys that are doing a lot worse than this. So I think it might just be a Russ thing. Defensively, Patrick Queen, this is a top 5 unit. 118 tackles, 89 out of Cole Holcomb, 85 out of Joey Porter. Going over to defense, 16 TFL's Cam Hayward. He is actually a year younger than Russ, and he's still putting up great numbers. 12 TJ Watt, 12 Alex Highsmith. That is a crazy good year. Sack-wise, 16 TJ Watt. That's what you like to see. 8.5 Alex Highsmith, 6 Cam Hayward. And interceptions, we've got a bunch. 3 Patrick Queen, 3 Beanie Bishop, the rookie, 2 Cole Holcomb, and Miles Killebrew. Going over to deflections here, you have 8 from Patrick Queen, 8 Minka, 6 Beanie Bishop, and then 6 from Dante Jackson. Fumbles, oh my god, TJ Watt is not aging at all. 3 for his fumbles, and then 1 out of Minka and Joey Porter, which is just really great. Block kicks, a block kick out of Alex Highsmith and Nick Herbig. That's how you know that your team is good. I mean, come on now. And then no safeties or touchdowns, which is so good. Kicking wise, the Boz. He had 2 of his kicks blocked, but other than that, he would have been, what, 13, 14, 15 for 17, and with a 55 long, that's not horrible. Here's your punting, and I think it's actually pretty good, right? Am I wrong? All right, so the total stats combined for Russell Wilson is a 7-10 record, 3,712 all-purpose yards, 22 all-purpose touchdowns, 14 all-purpose turnovers, and a 65% completion. And honestly, this sets up Justin Fields to prove himself as the starter after he got benched. At the end of the year, though, the Baltimore Ravens, the division rivaled, mollywopped the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year is Jim Harbaugh. Offensive Player of the Year, a little throwback. We got Cooper Kupp. Defensive Player of the Year is another throwback. Von Miller, two very old guys there. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Ladd McConkey. And Defensive Rookie is Braden Fisk. So an interesting season. All right, let's go ahead and fix this quarterback situation and see if we can make a better season. There we go. That feels a lot better. So same exact team, but this time it's with a much younger guy with a much higher ceiling and a lower floor. But hey, I think that Justin Fields can lead us to the promised land here. I really wouldn't be shocked if he was an 85 overall by the end of this year, if he really utilizes his weapons well. Also, let's not forget, like 2 videos ago, I saw Najee Harris and lead the Steelers to a 15-2 record. Justin, prove these fellas wrong and bring us to the playoffs. Is it weird to say that I'm super shocked that we went 7-10 once again? Like, I thought that Justin Fields would actually do better, but apparently not. Offense was almost dead last. Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, our defense was 5th once again. Oh my God, that's the floor that we were talking about. 3,100 yards, 16 touchdowns, 24 picks, 63% completion. That is a horrid season. Oh my God. He might have led the league in interceptions. Najee put up 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, another great season. 4.1 average. Fields only contributed 313 on the ground and 4 touchdowns, so that's not good. And he fumbled. George Pickens, 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns. Mike Williams, 681 and 4. 574 and 3 for Calvin Austin, and then 392 and 1 for Pat Freiermuth. Ooh, this is worse than I thought it would be. 9 sacks from Troy Fontanu, 9 Dan Moore, 7 Zach Frazier, 4 Isaac Seumalo, 2 James Daniels. That's a much different season. It's probably because he was rolling out of the pocket and they couldn't block. 110 tackles PQ, 108 Cole Holcomb, 78 Joey Porter, a lot of what we saw before. 16 TF, oh my God, this is disgusting. 16 TFLs Cam Hayward, 15 TJ Watt, 13 Alex Highsmith, 10 Cole Holcomb and Keanu Benton. That's disgusting. Sack-wise, 11 Cam Hayward, 10 Alex Highsmith, 9.5 TJ Watt. Gross. Interceptions, 2 PQ, 2 Dante Jackson, 2 Deshaun Elliott, and then 1 with a few other guys. 8 deflections to Deshaun Elliott, 7 Patrick Queen, 7 Cole Holcomb. Fumble-wise, 1 out of Cole Holcomb and TJ Watt. Both of them had good years this year. Block kicks, we had 0. 1 safety out of, I didn't expect to have one, Alex Highsmith, and then a touchdown out of Beanie Bishop. He was having great years. Then kicking here, gonna see if Chris Boswell was that guy. He was better. He was definitely better. 56 long. Didn't have those 2 blocks though, which is nice. And here's the punching yards. Once again, I think pretty good. But goodness gracious, that very much does answer our question of who's better. It was definitely Russell Wilson. All right, so our totals for Justin Fields are 7-10 record, 3,470 all-purpose yards, 20 all-purpose touchdowns, 25 all-purpose turnovers, and 63% completion. So in total, that's the same record. 300 less yards, 2 less touchdowns, 11 more turnovers, and 2% less completion. That is 100% an answer for us there. Wow, that was more definitive than I thought it would be, and this video is going to be a lot shorter than I thought it would be, so I might play a game after this. But let's go ahead and see how everybody else did. Another AFC North team today, but this time we have the Cincinnati Bengals putting up 10 more points than the Green Bay Packers. Joe Burrow wins Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen, NFL MVP. Coach of the Year is Jim Harbaugh. Offensive Player of the Year, once again, is Cooper Kupp. What is happening with that? Defensive Player of the Year is Zach Allen off the Broncos. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Ladd McConkey again. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is Jared Verse, a different Ram. Alright, so that is going to do it for the video, everybody. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. I was able to do a shorter one today, which is really cool because we got a very definitive answer here. We didn't have to go into like a tiebreaker like we did last time with Joe Flacco and Anthony Richardson. Without further ado, I'm going to let you guys get out of here, and I'm going to say goodbye. Peace out, and yeah, goodbye.